Today, we're going to be making roasted pork tenderloin. This is actually a really simple dish, but very tasty. Pork tenderloin comes in a package that has 2 tenderloins actually in it. This weighs about 2.5 pounds. So we pull out, we're going to work with 1 at a time. We're going to sear it and then roast it. To make your roasted pork tenderloin, you need some simple ingredients. First, of course, is your pork tenderloin. You're going to need some olive oil, have white wine, which I prefer Pinot Grigio, but Chardonnay would work fine too. You've got balsamic vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, brown mustard, garlic powder, and parsley. The tools you'll need are probably things you already have in your kitchen. You'll need a skillet, or in this case I have a deep pan that I could also bake in. That's used for browning your meat. We've got a baking pan, kind of a lasagna size pan, standard. Glass or metal is fine. You'll want to have some tongs for handling your meat, maybe a flipper to get the browning area off of the pan. And of course, when you're near done, you'll want to check to make sure that your pork tenderloin has gotten up to about 140 degrees. And so you need a thermometer. First step, you're going to have to heat your pan up and sprinkle some oil in there. You've got maybe 2 tablespoons in here. You just want enough to coat the pan when it heats up, and then you'll put it on high. Alright, once your oil is hot, you're going to take your pork tenderloin and put it into the pan, and you're going to let it sear or brown on all 4 sides here. Flip it over, you're just getting it seared. You can have it on high because you're just having it momentarily on each side. I'll just roll this over. And get that last side done. And there is a little bit of browning. We're just getting it seared because we're not actually doing all the cooking here. And now your pork tenderloin is ready to go the next step. And you can repeat the process. So once your oil is hot, you're going to put your pork tenderloin in. It'll start searing it. We don't have to make it real dark, just a little bit. Flip it over. You want to get all sides. That's about all the time you actually need. It's not very long at all. And then you can take this out and put it into your baking pan. You want to have it nice and hot, and you can see there is a little bit of oil, and there's also some of the browning from the meat that is stuck to the bottom of the pan. Deglazing is we take our white wine and all at once dump it in. And that action gets the pan deglazed. It gets all of the little drippings and things off, and you can take a spatula and just scrape the pan to get all the little bits out. And as it does, the alcohol just vaporizes off and you have the flavor left behind. Now that's bubbling really good. We're going to toss in the balsamic vinegar and the Worcestershire sauce. You put in your parsley garlic, and your mustard. And all of these things work very nicely with chicken as well, so you can make up some great tasty meals. And now this is really bubbling a lot. I just want to get that stirred in. So it's on a medium heat here, and it's cooking down. It's going to reduce about half, and that helps bring out all the flavors. But we need to have enough liquid, so then we're going to put another half cup of the white wine. Just let that cook just a little bit. So that's about done, and you really don't need to cook it a lot. You just want to get the flavors all joined together before you put it on your meat. So now you have your pork tenderloins are sitting here in your baking pan. You've got your sauce here. You're going to pour this over top of your pork tenderloins, just so you make sure you get it on all of it. And dump it into the pan. So you should have about an inch of liquid. So you want to have your oven set for 350 degrees, and you're going to roast this for 20 to 30 minutes. So you're going to set it for 20 minutes to start. Always better to go shorter and then add time. You want to put your pork tenderloins right here in the center rack of your oven, uncovered, and let it roast. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes, so let's see how it's doing. Put out here, we'll try it, put the thermometer in. So here it is, right at 140. So it's ready to pull. So here's your pork tenderloin out of the oven. It smells delicious, looks wonderful. You've gotten it to 140 degrees internal temperature, and now you need to let it sit here and rest for 5 to 10 minutes. That way it finishes cooking, and it will be done enough, but it will also still be somewhat pink, so it's nice and moist. All right, we're coming into the final stretch. We let our roast rest, and now it's on the cutting board. We're gonna slice it up in about half-inch slices. You can see it's still pink, which is just beautiful. And this is the most foolproof pork roast to do, and comes out tender and moist. It's a really lovely color, just done, so it will be tender and moist. Serve up your pork tenderloin on a nice plate. Pair it with your favorite side dishes. And now you have a beautiful dish for family and friends. Enjoy! So if you're looking for something to do with your family during this, coronavirus stay-at-home order, check out some of our pre-cut sewing kits, mechanism kits, puzzles, and games. And best of all, they're all made in our shop in California, right here in the USA. Just go to luminaris.com. That's LUMENARIS.com.